Shout out to Money Brown, man. Errol Jr. My boy Money Brown, he get a lot of money, that's why I call him Money Brown.
What's good, Money Brown TV? What up, what up?
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Money Brown TV. Thank you so much for everything.
Hey, this is Ryan Garcia here. Shout out to Money Brown TV, and keep punching, baby.
Yo, what's going on at the fight? Well, it's your boy Money back with another one, man. And this one here is on the rising young star and Vergil Ortiz, right? Who's coming up in the welterweight division very soon. Made himself the #1 fighter in the WBO rankings, right? And he's looking to make himself a world champion pretty soon. But his goal is to face Errol the True Spence Jr. Y'all can see them right here. You know, back in the days when they used to train in the same gym. You feel me? We all know Errol Spence is the king of the welterweight division. The WBC and IBF unified champion, soon to be undisputed if he get past your Dennis Ugas and Turnbull Crawford. But y'all see right here, they grown man now. And Vergil, this is his dream fight. This is the fight that he feel to put him over the top. But at first, he want to take on this man right here, Keith, one-time Thurman, and he want to knock him out. He want to knock him out to put him in position for a fight with Errol the True Spence Jr., right, or a Turns T-Bud Crawford. Now, as we see, Vergil Ortiz, man, just came off a spectacular win against Maurice Hooker, right, in a hell of a fight, bro, a hell of a fight. Maurice Hooker was doing his thing. Shouts out to Mighty Mo out there D-Town, man. We all know Vergil Ortiz is from Dallas as well. That was a whole Dallas showdown. Great fucking fight. Both of them boys went back-to-back, neck-to-neck, but Vergil Ortiz survived with the power, and Mighty Mo ended up breaking his hand, right? But other than that, Vergil Ortiz was in position to win. And he was in position, arguably, to stop Mighty Mo, but Mighty Mo is a warrior. But Vergil Ortiz, fam, we all know he called out Terrence Crawford on that day. He made himself the #1 fighter in the WBO rankings. But he also won't Keith Thurman. He feel like Keith Thurman is his rise to Errol the True Spence Jr. You feel me? He feel like if he go in there, if he knock out Keith Thurman, you know, that'll put him in position to get an Errol Spence Jr. or even a Turnbull Crawford. You know, he called out Turnbull Crawford, but, you know, he said he didn't know if he was ready, but he still wanted to fight. But we all know Turnbull Crawford got a big fight coming up June the 5th. We don't know who is he going to fight. Well, he got a date June the 5th because the big fight is off the table. So he got a date for June the 5th. We don't know if it's still going to be June the 5th or not, considering Floyd Mayweather fighting on that day along with Teofimo Lopez. But Keith Thurman is coming back, and Keith Thurman need a big-time fight. He's looking to get back in the ring. He don't want to tune up, as he stated. We all know when Keith Thurman come back, he always wants to tune up, but now he don't want to tune up. He want a big-time fight. He told Errol Spence, you know, fight him or lead the division, which is nonsense, right? He told Turnbull Crawford to send the right amount of money. He don't need $10 million, and he'll get into the ring with him, right? We don't know if he's going to take a Sean Porter or Danny Garcia rematch, but right now Keith Thurman doesn't have an opponent. He doesn't have an opponent. Will he give Vergil Ortiz a shot? Do we look at Vergil Ortiz and say, you know what, I get in here with this kid and do this and do that? We don't know. We don't know. That's yet to be seen. But we do know one thing. This killer right here, the king of the welterweight division, Errol the True Spence Jr., is getting to the ring with your Dennis Ugas. You know, he got 2 scraps, the WBC and the IBF. Your Dennis Ugas got the WBA Super. And they looking to get in there and get it on, bro. And get it on in one hell of a fight. And after that, Errol Spence will put down a full-court press on Turnbull Crawford. No bullshit. He's putting the full-court press down to become undisputed at the welterweight division, right? Because that's what the big dogs do. You go out there, you want to make history, dog. And Errol Spence is not backing down from nothing. I say nothing. You feel me? But he is Vergil Ortiz's goal. Vergil Ortiz feel like this is the big showdown with him and Errol the True Spence Jr. It can happen in Dallas. It can happen at the Cowboys Stadium. We all know the Jerry World. And they can sell out 70,000 plus seats, in Money Brown opinion and everybody else. I say 70,000 plus seats. Because Dallas is going to fucking come out. Texas is going to come out for that fight. Now, like I said, man, Vergil Ortiz, he's looking to put himself in position, bro. And realistically, right now, it's 2001. He said he want to keep Thurman in 2001. He is in the top 10 at the welterweight division, right? But how long do we got to go to be realistic about him getting a fight with one of these big dogs? You know what I mean? Could he get a Keith Thurman, a Sean Porter, a Danny Garcia, a Jamal James, a Jerron Booth Ennis? You know what I mean? He got to put himself in position a little bit more. Because right now, even though knocking out Mighty Mo was a good fucking win for him, bro, I don't think it did enough to put him up there money-wise. You know what I'm saying? Money-wise. The fighters like Keith Thurman, Sean Porter, Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence, Danny Garcia, they want the risk to meet the reward. I say they want the risk to meet the reward. So that means if they going in there, the money got to be right. The money has to be right. So is De La Hoya willing to put the money up for Vergil Ortiz? Do he believe in Vergil Ortiz that much to say, you know what, I think Vergil would beat the shit out of Keith Thurman. I think Vergil would beat a Sean Porter. I think Vergil would beat, a Turnbull Crawford or a Jamal James, right? He got to come with the right amount of money. Now, we seen Turnbull Crawford dismiss the kid, say, "You're not ready, boy. I would slam your little ass, beat the shit out of you, send you crying home to your mama." You know what I mean? Turnbull Crawford is a mean-ass dude. So Turns told the boy, he ain't ready yet. He's supposed to say what he's saying. He's up and coming. If you get into the ring with me, I'll stop that kid. I said Turnbull Crawford said he will stop that kid. And a lot of people disagree. A lot of people say that they feel like Vergil Ortiz is ready. Why not put him in the ring with Turnbull Crawford? Why not put him in the ring with a Keith Thurman? Why not put him in the ring with a Sean Porter? Back in the days, the legends of now, they fought each other at 23 years of age, 24 years of age. If I'm not mistaken, Tommy Hitman Hearns fought Marvin Hagler when he was 24. And I think Hagler was 29. If I'm not mistaken, 29, 30, somewhere around there, right? Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hitman Hearns fought when they was 25 and 24. So back in the days, these boys was fighting each other in their 20s, their early 20s, making their names. You feel me? So I don't blame Vergil Ortiz. I don't blame him at all. But like I say, nowadays in the business era of boxing, the money has to make sense. Everybody want the right amount of bread. I ain't gonna say everybody thinking they Floyd Mayweather, but Floyd brought the money to the game, to the A and B side. To the A and B side, which is not a bad thing. Like everybody try to make it out to be. It's not that bad, But sometimes it do get in the way of a fight. Sometimes, they do look for more than what somebody could afford, or what is what is deserved. Let's just say that. You feel me? So when I look at it, I'm not pissed off that the fighters want what they deserve. Like if you work your ass out to put yourself in a position, I'm not gonna hate on them for saying I deserve this amount of money. If you look at the last fight and it's somewhere around the same situation, and if you're going out with a young hungry lion that's a threat to your ass, and if he beat you, it's gonna put him on that level, then the promoter should be willing to put you in that position. Should be willing. You got to understand. And I know he had a title at the time, but they paid Charles Morton $7 million to fight Anthony Joshua. $7 million because they understood what that title was going to do for Anthony Joshua. So he got the title up off his ass. But Eddie Hearn was willing. He was willing. You feel me? Promoters have to be willing to put their fighters in position, bro. Put them in position. So realistically, looking at Vergil Ortiz, it is just like I look at Jerron Boots Ennis, right? They put themselves inside the top 10 now. Now they just need that real big fight to put them over the edge, over the hump. With Vergil Ortiz, I think it's Danny Garcia, right? With Jerron Boots Ennis, I'm sorry, fellas and ladies. With Jerron Boots Ennis, I think it's Danny Garcia. With Vergil Ortiz, it can be a Jamal James. It can be a Jamal James, right? It could be a Keith Thurman. You feel me? It could be a Keith Thurman. But it got to be somebody inside that top 10. You know what I mean? It got to be somebody inside that top 10 to where, because I feel like if Jerron Boots Ennis beat Danny Garcia, he right there with Errol, Bud, Sean, Thurman. You feel me? And with Vergil Ortiz just beat Maurice Hooker, and Maurice Hooker was throwing the motherfuckers back, tagging them, where Vergil showed he can take a punch, but he showed that he get hit a little too much. So he need to tighten up on his defense. So for somebody like him, like I said, Jamal James, and I use Jamal James because Jamal James had a WBA regular. He can go for Boots or Vergil Ortiz, either one of them. If they can get their hands on Jamal James, that puts you in position because it's 4 main titles, but then you got the WBA regular that's sitting right there that I do respect. I do respect the WBA regular title. You know what I'm saying? So if they can get their hands on that WBA regular from Jamal James and put yourself inside the top 5 or top 6, oh man, you ready for all of them. It's just going to take your promoter to put the money up for you to get it to the ring with him. You feel me? Now, right now, if Oscar De La Hoya is willing to pay Keith Thurman $5 million to get into the ring with Vergil Ortiz, I think he should do it. I think if you got the opportunity to pay Keith Thurman $5 million to get into the ring with Vergil Ortiz, if you feel like Vergil can beat Thurman, you need to do it, bro. He need to do it. I know people probably looking like, man, $5 million. Look, he made 10 against Pac. $5 million for Keith Thurman's scalp. That's recognition. You take his thunder. You put him in the top 4 or top 5 at the welterweight division, right? Even take that 5 for Sean Porter. Well, you probably don't need 5. Let's just say 3 to 4. 3 to 4, because they're not going on pay-per-view. 3 to 4. But I'm just saying 5 will really make them boys jump into that ring. 5 will really make them say, fuck it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? But you got to come off that Vergil, man. You can't be talking about no 1.2 or no 2 million for these dudes, because they not going to take it. I know people going to look at it, well, they didn't make that much here and they didn't make that much there. Man, these dudes get ratings and TV money, bro. Stop listening to these people out here. Stop believing that these boys are getting more than what's shown on paper, man. Adrian Brown tell you all the time, Al Heyman fighters get more than what's shown on paper. That's a fact. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. These dudes get more than that. But if you want to put your fighter in position, Oscar De La Hoya, if you really believe in him, if you really believe in Vergil Ortiz, come with 4 to 5 million and watch how fast Keith Thurman or Sean Porter say, let's make it happen with Vergil Ortiz. If you want to put him in that position, you feel me? Now, you can work your way all the way up through the rankings all you want to, become the number 1 fighter in WBO ranking. Now he's the number 1 fighter right now in the WBO. Would they give him the Turnbull Crawford fight, even though Turnbull Crawford need a fight right now? We don't know. We don't know. You feel me? Because I don't think it's time for the mandatory spot right now. I don't feel like it's time for the mandatory spot. So he's still going to have to sit out and wait and see what Bud Crawford want to do. You know what I mean? See what he want to do. But right now, man, Vergil Ortiz and Jerron Bruce Ennis is in a great position. If their promoters is willing to put up $4 million to get one of these dudes in the ring, 5 will make them jump, then make it happen if you really believe in your fighter. Yes, it's going to be like, damn, that's a hit. But just think about what you go get going forward. Going forward, you feel me? So we'll just see, man. Like I say, Vergil Ortiz feel like if he knock out Keith Thurman, if he beat Keith Thurman, knock him off, beat him, you know, he put himself in position for Errol Spence. Will it be at 147? I don't know. But you might have to go to 154 to see ESJ. You might have to go to 154 to see ESJ. But you never know, bro. You never know in this boxing game. You know, Errol Spence become undisputed. Do you want to go up and face his homie Jamel Cholo? You never know. You just might have a shot. You just might have a shot. You know what I mean? So let me know what y'all think. Y'all think if Vergil Ortiz take out Keith Thurman, do we get the Errol Spence fight? Should Errol Spence face him if he knock off Keith Thurman? Is that a bigger win to put him in position? You know what I'm saying? But beat Keith Thurman, dog, you ready for the best of him. You beat Keith Thurman, you ready for the best of him. And Monty Brown to be saying Vergil Ortiz deserve a shot against any of them boys. Any of them boys. Same with Jerron Bruce Ennis. If he can get Keith Thurman, Jerron Bruce Ennis deserve a shot against any of them boys. Any of them boys. You feel me? But we'll just see, fam. You know, wish the dude Vergil Ortiz nothing but the best. Great win over Maurice Hooker. Keith Thurman, bring your ass back. Get back in the ring and fight. Then call out somebody. But I wish you nothing but the best, because you are good for the welterweight division. You are good for boxing. You talk shit. It put asses in the seats. And we'll just see if you can continue your career to get back to the level that you was at, Keith. You feel me? But shouts out to both of these dudes. We're all 3. Can't forget about my dude ESJ down there. Let's go do our thing, ESJ. Get Ugas out the way. Get that scrap. Go become undisputed. And let's see how you go from there, champ. But until then, this your boy Monty. This the NSBC moving. Ain't nobody safe in these streets. Hit them thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you want to donate. OG Money on Cash App. TreyHampton52@gmail.com on PayPal. If not, just tell a friend. Hit the subscribe button. Like, comment, share the video. And y'all know how your boy get down, man. Big dog status, family.